Hi Flosstube, it's Lorraine with Rags to Stitches USA. Today is Saturday, April 25th, I think. And it's been a little while since I've been able to visit with you guys. So I am so thankful to be able to come back and visit with you guys again, guys and girls. It has been a while, so I'm not, I should have gone back and watched my last video because I don't remember what we talked about the last time. So I'm just gonna go over a few of the things that I have worked on in the past little bit. I haven't stitched a lot lately. I'm just beginning to get back to my stitching, and it feels good to get back to my stitching again. So I'll show you a few of the things that I've been working on. I do know that since I spoke with you last, I was able to go to market, and that was a lot of fun. I have a lot of market haul things to show, but I think I may make a separate video for that. I'm not sure. I don't know that anybody would want to see it because by now most of all the market things have been shown, but I might make a separate video. Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to do. If you would like to see another video about that. I do have quite a bit, so it's more than I really want to take up on this video because I know some people just aren't interested in haul. So I will just kind of show you some of the things that I've been working on. The first thing that I'm seeing as I look over here at my pile is a stitch along that I'm doing with Lynette and with Homesteading on the Homefront, and Donna Ray from Flannel Jamie's Farms, and Amy from, oh, her name has fallen out of my head. It'll come back in a second. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I want to say it starts with a G. It'll come back in a second. Anyway, there are several people that are working on this. It's A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. And we started this stitch along on Easter Sunday. We thought that was appropriate. And I worked on it Easter Sunday and haven't worked on it since. But I will get back. I will get back to that. I may work on that tonight a little bit. I am stitching this on a piece of fabric that I got at market from, my son is going to help me edit this video because I'm afraid there's going to be a lot of stops. I still have some cough that I'm probably going to edit out and some other little hiccups. So sorry if you see a lot of glitches in the video. My son is home from school for a little, you know, this is his senior year, and so I'm thankful for this time that I get to spend with him before he moves away to another state to start his new career. I'm very thankful that he has a new career that he truly loves. He's getting to work in his field, so I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful that he's home for just a little while longer to help me edit videos. He said, "Mom, I've shown you that before, but you know, it takes a while for some old dogs to learn some tricks." So hopefully, if he shows me today, maybe I'll be able to remember it. Probably not. From now on, it'll probably be unedited videos again. Anyway, the fabric that I am working on is a piece of fabric that I got at market from Black Cauldron Dye Works. And it's a piece of 36 count linen called Ancient Coins. And it's a big piece of linen. I think it's a half yard. So I started up in this upper left-hand corner, and hopefully I'll have a little bit left at the bottom that I can trim off. But if not, you know, it's a beautiful piece of linen. This is the top center of the chart, and on Teresa's version here, she has an urn with flowers in it, and Lynette had the idea of replacing the flowers with crosses since it is an Easter start and it is a Savior's Praise, and the cross is so pivotal in our faith. So I loved that idea, and so I replaced my flowers with the crosses as well. So that is all I have on this. I'll show you kind of the whole piece of linen so you can see the variations in the color. I don't know if you can really see a whole lot. There's a lot there. It's kind of a lot of beiges and a lot of grays, so I think it'll go well with this piece. I'm not planning on substituting any of the colors out, but we'll see once I get going on it a little bit better. I am using the DMC flosses on that one. Okay, so that is A Savior's Praise. I am working on, what is this one? Oh, this is what I have been wanting to work on for years. And I think I showed this in my last video. I'm working on a Mary Beale Christmas stocking. I think this is number 7 in her series. She did 10 of these, I think. And I think this one is number 7. And I think I've done a little bit more since you saw it last. Here again, it's on a long piece of fabric, so I started at the bottom and I'm working my way up, and I'll just whack off what I don't need. But I have already done a good bit of frogging on this one and restitching, so I feel like I've stitched probably twice as much as is showing up. But that's where I am. So that's kind of the toe area right here, and then it'll get skinnier and come on up. So I am loving this one. I'm going to be real excited to get this one done. I don't remember if this, I need to go back and take a look at my 10 and 20 because I don't remember, I honestly don't remember what all I had designated as projects for my 10 and 20. And I'll talk about that more in a little bit. So, okay, so that was my Christmas stocking. This one is another one that I dearly love just to hold and look at and touch. And it's a joy every time I get to stitch on it. This is His Eye is on the Sparrow by Beth Twist. And let's see, I can't see through my fabric here to see what you guys can see. I've gotten a good bit done on the tree and the apples. I haven't really worked on anything other than the tree and the apples, but it's coming along. And once I get that finished and start to hop in on the motifs, that'll be a lot of fun. So, I mean, it's still a lot of fun, but there's just something satisfying about finishing a little motif. It's like its own little completion. So it'll be fun when I get to that part of the sampler. Alrighty. I don't know if I had started this at my last video. Golly, I don't remember when I did my last video. I really should have looked. I'm sorry. There's a stitch along in memory of Leanne with Lost in Floss for Baby It's Cold Outside. I kind of don't think I had started this at my last video. If I had, it was just a little bitty start because I still don't have a ton done, but I've got enough done that you can actually see the house starting to form. And I am enjoying this one. I love working with 36 count. This is 36 count Ale by Picture This Plus. I love working with 36 and 40 count because I can just use one strand of floss. And that's my favorite because railroading is not my favorite. So this has been a lot of fun. And yeah, I think this one will stitch along pretty quickly. The next one that I was working on, oh my stars, this next one. Y'all, had I known when I started this, I still would have done it probably, but this has challenged my patience, I guess you would say. I am stitching the Strawberry Sampler from the City Stitcher along with Sharon Worm. Sharon, are you having the same kind of problem that I'm having with this? It's not really a problem. Maybe I'm just not experienced enough in railroading and keeping my stitches straight. I don't know. But I'm working with 3 strands of floss, and I had no idea there was as much satin stitching in this piece. It's almost all satin stitches. Good grief. I mean, I think the entire house is satin stitches. All of this grass is satin stitches. I think the vase, these big urns, I think there's some sort of specialty stitches. It's a lot of specialty stitches, y'all, a lot of them, which I don't normally mind specialty stitches, but it's 3 strands of floss. And so it's not like I can just railroad it. I have to pull it up and then, you know, straighten out those 3 so that they all go side by side. And it was tearing my nerves up. And so somebody suggested that I use a laying tool. And I thought that was a great idea, but I'd never used a laying tool. So when I went to market, I got a couple of laying tools. And the only one I've tried so far is this little guy right here. Isn't it pretty? It's a pretty little thing. And it's got some weight to it. It's got some heft to it. So you put it on your front. I guess I'm using it right. I don't even know. Somebody hasn't, nobody even showed me how to use it. I'm guessing. And I can't find the little package it was in. But you just put it on your finger. And then when you pull your needle up through your work, then you lay it across the thread across this little bar. And it keeps your stitches straight as you're pulling them through, and then as it gets down to your linen, you just pull it out. This has helped a lot, but it's still a slow process. There's nothing quick about this process. So this sampler is going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a little bit of time. I bought another type of laying tool, and I haven't tried it yet, but it doesn't fit on your finger. You hold it, and I'm not sure if you'd hold it. I'm not sure exactly how I would use that little guy. So if anybody has used this, if you prefer this type of laying tool to the one that I just showed, let me know. Maybe there's an easier way to do this. Did I show you where I am on this one? I was so busy whining that I didn't even show you what I'd done. So I've gotten this far. So I have made progress. I'm laying the mortar for the bricks right now. And then I'll be doing a lot more satin stitch bricks. But I just needed a little bit of a break from the satin stitches, so I decided to lay some mortar for a little while. So that's where I am on the strawberry sampler. And I do believe this might be one of my 10 and 20. Had I known, I might have chosen something else, because it's just time. It's just time. It's a time hog. I do like it, and I do love it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sampler, and I love the red bricks. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna enjoy every stitch. Oh, I can't show you this one. This is my gift that I am gonna be giving away, and I'm not sure if the person that I'm giving it to watches my channel, or if any of her friends or loved ones watch the channel, so I'm not gonna be able to show you, but that's it, and I'm almost finished with it. So when I get it finished, I'm gonna do I'm probably gonna do a flat fold finish on it instead of having it framed. So as soon as I finish it and have it fully finished, then I will either make another video and show it, or I will video clip it and then insert it in the next video that I make. But that one's coming along very well. What is this one? Okay, this is, I try to work for 30 minutes a day, every day. And I generally will pick one project and work on it for 30 minutes for at least a week, sometimes longer. And so one thing that I do know is part of my 10 and 20 is I had a little sewing box that I had bought at a thrift store. This is the little sewing box. Let me see if I can get it without knocking this thing too much. This is my sewing box, and it had these inserts in it, and I just took this one out. See, I haven't even taken the price off yet. but it had these like tapestry pieces in here, and it was slightly padded. So I took it out, and it's just a little piece of foam here. But I couldn't decide what I was going to be using for this, and someone suggested the little Fragments in Time by Summer House Stitchworks, and that was perfect. On 28 count, it worked out to be the perfect size, and so I'm real excited about that. So let's see, is that right? A and B, A through Z. So this one has A and B. This one has X, Y, Z. So I thought I'd put, you know, one on one side and one on the other. And I think those will be perfect for my little sewing box there. So, did I show those for long enough? So this is Fragments in Time. This was her first Fragments in Time. I want to say this was like from 2017 maybe. I think. It was a few years ago when she came out with these. So, and there are other little patterns as well, but this is like, you know, I thought this would be perfect for those. So, here it is. So I just have started working on this. Maybe this week was the first time I had worked on these, and just nibbling away little 30-minute segments at a time. I started with A and B. So it's coming along. And I will just nibble that away 30 minutes at a time until it gets done. I think that's going to be really cute. Alrighty. I think I've got one more that I can show you here. This was a piece that I got at market this year. I loved this chart when I saw it. I just fell in love when I saw the sneak peek. And I don't know why I fell in love with it so, because it's not the colors of my house. It's not a sampler. It doesn't fit in with the things that I normally love, but I just thought it was the sweetest little thing. And so then when I got to market and I saw the model, I just thought, this is just beautiful. It's just sweet. It's, I don't even know how you say it, A-V-L-E-A, Avlee, Floral Border Bit Kit by Mediterranean Folk Embroidery. No, that's not right. It is a piece of Mediterranean Folk Embroidery, and maybe it's by Avlee. I think that's it. It's by Avlee, and it's the Floral Border Bit Kit. Isn't that sweet? You just put that on a little tabletop, put a little vase of flowers. It's just the sweetest little thing. And so it was a kit, and it came with all the floss and the linen. The linen, I don't know that it tells what type of linen it is. I'm not even sure what the count is. It's a fairly large count of linen, and each piece of linen thread is pretty thick. Let's see. I don't think it tells here. It doesn't tell how big it is, but it's a pretty large count. So I'm using 2 strands. I don't guess it matters which way this goes, because it's the same on the 2 ends, and the top and the bottom are the same. So I am almost finished. I need to put these little flower buds, I need to finish over here and up around the top. And then all of this pink that you see is going to be outlined, backstitched with this deeper pink color. And then that will be finished. I just think it's the sweetest. I just loved it. I just loved it. So that was my 30-minute a day piece for a little while. And I'm getting close to being finished with it. And you know, I don't know why I do that. I get so close to a finish and then I drop it and move on to something else. So I'm not going to drop this, but you know, as you can see, I've moved on to something else for my 30 minutes. So I need to finish this and use it. Pick out some of these blooms that are in my yard. My flowers are just gorgeous this year. I was telling my husband, I think this is the prettiest spring we have had in years. I say that, but maybe it's just that we've all had an opportunity to enjoy this spring more than we have in years. I couldn't tell you when I have just sat on my back deck and had a cup of coffee and listened to the birds and looked at my flowers and just taken the time to enjoy like I have this year. I know we were all kind of forced into that position, but you know, you take the lemons and make lemonade from it. And I have enjoyed this spring so much. And my flowers are beautiful. I have, my knockout roses are knocking themselves out. They are just blooming like crazy. So I think I'm going to pick some little roses from my rose bush and put in a little vase and put in my little floral bit kit. So I think that's an idea, a sampling of some of the things that I've worked on since I visited with you girls and guys last. There may be some things that I've missed, but you know, I've been thinking about making this video for probably a couple of weeks now. And it just, you know, by the time I start pulling things together, then the time's not good anymore. So I saw a thing on Facebook the other day. It said, you know, HGTV can flip a house in a month. And I've been fixing to vacuum for a week now. That is, I could so relate to that. And that kind of, you know, that kind of fit in with this video too. I've been fixing to make this video for a couple of weeks. But not really. I mean, I didn't pull anything together. It was just in my mind. I kept thinking, I need to make a video. I need to make a video. And so I was in a Zoom meeting a little while ago with some Georgia girls. And they were talking about floss tubes. And I thought, yeah, I keep saying I need to make a video. So I just came upstairs and sat down and started making the video. So here we are 22 minutes in, and I've done a lot of rambling. I hope I've shown you some things that inspire you a little bit. I do think since I am now 23 minutes into this video, I probably will not show most of my market stuff. I did show you a couple of little things. This last thing I showed you was from market. My little laying tool I picked up at market, but I picked up a lot of pretty things. So I may make another video and show you that. So for now, I think I'll sign off. And thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking with. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pause here for a second. Okay, the other day I was looking for something in a basket, and I ran across this piece that someone had given me. And while it is beautiful, it is not something that I will ever stitch. But I know that there are a lot of you on here that love to stitch this kind of thing. Let's see if it has a name. Okay, this is a lavender and lace piece called Celtic Christmas. Here's the picture. So I have this, I have the picture, I have the pattern. I'm not going to really show that. And I have the piece of fabric that it is stitched on. Now it is called to be stitched on, does it tell me? Dusty green linen, 28 count from Witchelt. I'm not sure if that's what it's actually stitched on or not. I'm assuming it is. It looks like it could be 28 count dusty green from Witchelt. Someone has stitched a good portion of this, a very large portion of this. It has some beading already on it, but there were no threads with this. So you would have to purchase your own threads for this, but it looks like it's all done in DMC, and just I think there are 4 colors of beads. I don't see, there may be some, no, I don't know if there's any other like Krynic. I'm not sure if there's any, yeah, there's Krynic in it as well, or some kind of gold metallic thread. But anyway, this is what has been done. Oops. As you can see, there's a lot that has been done. Some of the beading has already been done. It's a beautiful piece, but as I said, I know I will never do it. See, there's not a lot left to be done. But if this is something that you think you would enjoy doing, leave a comment down below, and I will pick a name from all the comments, and we'll send this to you, because I would love to see someone finish this. It's beautiful, and there's so much work that has already gone into this. I would love to see somebody finish it. So just leave a comment below, and I will be happy to send this to you. Okay, that's it for now. I've enjoyed visiting with you guys. I've missed you terribly. I have enjoyed some of the Zoom meetings that I've been a part of. That's been a lot of fun. So everyone stay well, stay safe, and hope to visit with you again soon. Bye for now.